Hi and welcome back in Learn Python 3 with.
This is the third part of looping condition. In this video, we will learn about break statement, continue statement and pass statement, and then we will move towards nested loops. What is a break statement in for loop? When we have to stop a loop on some specific condition, then we will use break statement. When we use break statement, it will stop the working of for loop. With example, we will understand the use of break statement. See here, I have a list of fruits, and with for loop I will iterate each element of the list. But in for loop I have applied if condition. If the value of x equal to banana, then see here I have used break statement. In first iteration, x has apple, and when I run this code, it will print the apple. In second iteration, x will get banana, and then check the if condition. If x is equal to banana, then it will break the loop. That's why it only prints the apple. And next statement is continue. Continue is the opposite of break statement. If I want to skip element of the loop, then I use continue. For example, I have 3 elements in the list and I want to skip one element of the list, then I use continue on that element. And see here, with example we will understand the continue statement. I have a list of fruits, and see here I applied for loop, and in for loop see here I use if condition. If x is equal to banana, then continue, and see here the result. Apple. In first iteration, x will get apple, and then check the condition. Apple is not equal to banana, then it will print the x. In next iteration, it will get the banana, and then check the condition. If x is equal to banana, then continue. It will not print the banana, and then again in next iteration it will get the cherry, and then again check the condition. If x is equal to banana, because it has cherry which is not equal to banana, that's why it will print the cherry. Next statement is pass statement. We will use pass statement when in some condition or reason we have to make for loop empty. And see here I applied for loop on a list, and see here if I remove pass, it will return unexpected end of file while passing. We can't create a for loop without body or statement. That's why we will use pass. And see here. Now we will discuss nested loops. A nested loop is a loop that occurs within another. In my if-else statement, we have learned about nested if-else. As nested if else, we can use loop inside the loop, and we call it nested loop. And see here the syntax of nested loop. In this video I am using for loop for nested loop. And see here we will use for keyword and then variable name and then in and then list. And see here in the body of first loop we will use any statement, but I want to explain the use of next loop inside the loop, and we call it inner loop. And see here we will use same syntax as outer loop. For we will create second variable and then in and then the list. And in second loop or inner loop we can create different statements. And see here this is very important. The inner loop will be executed complete for each iteration of outer loop. It means when we use a loop inside the loop, then outer loop will run one time and the inner loop will complete its all iteration. And see here with the example I will explain nested loop. I have a list of taste, good, nice, tasty, and see here I have a fruit list, apple, banana and cherry. And see here I have applied a for loop on taste. And see here this row is a variable. It will get the first element, then second, then third. And see here in taste loop I have applied a second loop which is a loop on fruits. And see here it has variable color. And then see here I printed the row. And see here this AND keyword used to end the row. See here this will end the row with empty and then print the column. And see here the result. And see here when the outer loop run and it get good, and the inner loop will print the all elements of the second list. And see here when the upper loop run for second time, it will again print the all element of the second list. And see here again when the outer loop run last time, the inner loop again printed the all value of the second list which is fruit. And we can say that when we have to print certain patterns, then we use nested loops. And see here in this example I want to print this pattern 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 4 4 times and 5 5 5 4 5 times. Then see here in first for loop I have assigned a range of 6, and in row it will first get 1. And see here in first upper loop I have applied a second loop which has variable colon. And see here it will run in the range of row. When upper loop has 1, inner loop will run for 1. When the outer loop has 2, it will run for the 2 time. It will run for the row time. For example, outer loop is running for third time. Inner loop will run 1, 2 and 3 times. And see here, in the loop I use print statement, row and then end with empty, and then in outer loop I apply \n, which will move to the next line. And see here the result. When the outer loop run for one time, row has 1, and also inner loop has 1. That's why it will print 1. In second iteration, row has 2, and in inner loop it will run for 2 times. Because I print row, that's why it printed 2 times 2. And see here, in third iteration row has 3, and the inner loop will run for 3 times. Because I printed 3, that's why it will print 3 third time. And same as for 4 iteration and 5th iteration. Now we will see the second pattern. And see here, in this example I have a variable which is last number, that is equal to 6. And see here, in outer loop I started range from 1 to last number, that is 6. And see here, inner loop start from the 1 and it will end to row plus 1, which means if outer loop has 1, then the second loop will run for 1 value next, and then print the column. In first example I have printed the row, but in this case I want to print column. And then see here, I use print statement outside the inner loop to move the next line. See here, when row has 1, column has also 1. And in next iteration row has 2, but see here, column has 1 and then 2. That's why it printed the 1 and 2. In third iteration row has 3, and the column will run for 3 times, and it will start from 1, then 1 plus 2, and then 1 plus 3. And so on for 4th iteration and 5th iteration. Next we have a third pattern. Same as above, I have a variable with last number equal to 6. And see here, in this example I created a for loop, and see here I created a for loop with range 1 to last number. And see here, inside the for loop I applied second for loop, and see here it started from the row and with 0, and this is a step. And see here, in this example I printed column again. See here, it printed 1 because row has 1 and column started from row, and it also has 1. In next iteration, see here, row has 2 and when column has 2 starting point and then it decreases by -1 till 0. That's why see here it printed the 2, 1 and then 0 and it break. In third iteration row has 3, that's why it print 3 and then with difference of -1 it decreases the value. And same it will do for fourth iteration and fifth iteration. In this video we have learned about nested loop. In next video we will do some exercise questions. If you want to learn about Python more and more, then please subscribe my channel and like and share my videos with your friends. And don't forget to click on bell icon so that you will get notification of my all new videos. Thank you so much for
Stay
watching my
tuned.
video.
We'll be right back.